Good evening. We'll call the Common Council back to order, and I will ask the clerk to call the roll.
Alderperson Vitale.
Here.
Weigel. Here. Grisham. Here. Haas.
He is excused.
Keen. Here. Lysick.
Here.
Frankie. Here. Rote.
Here.
Stefanski.
Here.
Tenorio.
Here.
9 present, 1 excused.
We have a quorum. We will begin with the Administration and Finance Committee, and I will ask the clerk to go through that report.
The Administration and Finance Committee recommended adoption of items 19 and 20.
Mayor Fine, I make a motion to approve the committee report as read.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I will ask the clerk to call the roll.
Alderperson Vitale. Aye. Weigel. Aye. Grisham. Aye. Keen. Aye. Lysick.
Aye.
Ranky. Aye. Rote.
Aye.
Stefanski.
Aye.
Tenorio.
Aye.
9 in favor, 1 excused.
Motion carries. And we do not have a Public Works Committee report this evening because Alderman Rote will get a well-deserved evening off. We will move on to the Safety and Development Committee, and I will ask the clerk to read out that report.
The Safety and Development Committee recommended passage of item 23 and adoption of passage of item 22 and adoption of item 23.
Mayor Devine, I move for approval of the committee report.
Thank you, Alderman Lysick. Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Alderperson Vitale.
Aye.
Weigel. Aye. Grisham. Aye. Keen. Aye. Lysick.
Aye.
Ranky. Aye. Rote.
Aye.
Stefanski.
Aye.
Tenorio.
Aye.
9 in favor, 1 excused.
Motion carries. And then on License and Health, we had a request to suspend the rules and open the floor to allow the applicant for item 27 to address the entire council. I was going to just double check with Attorney Decker to make sure I stated that correctly and verbally appropriate.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So the applicant did request to be able to speak to the council because, as the council knows, procedurally, if the license is denied, then the applicant cannot reapply for 6 months. And so there is an interest potentially by the applicant to request just a beer license and not a liquor license, if that is an option that the council would be willing to consider. However, she still would like to have the liquor license and would at least ask the council to weigh in as to whether a majority would vote in favor. But prior to voting, give her the opportunity to withdraw the liquor license so she is not denied.
Is there any objection to suspending the rules?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Alderman Vitale, we're good?
Yes, we're good.
Then,
So this will be a little tricky procedurally, but if the applicant wants to step up, I'll let her explain her circumstances and then give the council the options.
thank you. It's on. I can see the light. Yeah.
So yeah, I am just presenting this in front of the council because could you please remove my mask? Sure. I'm presenting this in front of the council because we've worked really hard for this business that we have, and our location in Menominee Falls is going well. We ran into the issue with the liquor license in Menominee Falls because they didn't have any left, and we would have to pay $10,000 for the liquor license they have on reserve. I know that's how it works typically, and we didn't want to have to end up paying there and here. It just totals up to become a lot. But we are very big in the community, not this community yet, but we plan on it. We're not a huge corporation, but we started with our small business 2 years ago, and it's been doing very well. I'm active in the community. My record, as stated before, is very clean. I'm a previous U.S. Marshal with the U.S. Marshal Service in the Eastern District of Wisconsin. I've been running businesses for many years now, and I am very big in the community, and I feel like this business would bring a lot to that area where there isn't much going on, and even the owners and other business occupants in that area and in that strip mall are happy about the business coming and want it to thrive and bring more business to that area. And we believe we can do that. We did it in Menominee Falls, and we feel like we can do it here. So obtaining a liquor license would be very beneficial for us, for our business, and I think it would bring a lot of people in that area to that community where, to that area of the community where there hasn't been for some years now. And like I said, I'm very big in the community. I've joined both chambers of commerce. I work for Child Protective Services as well. I advocate for a lot of things in the community, and I think the business would not just be great because it's a venue, but it caters to other people as well in my other endeavors that I have, such as different events that we have for the community. We're planning on doing the golfing event with the Chamber of Commerce and bringing our 360 photo booth there. We have a lot of events lined up, and I just feel like a lot of people would be very happy and willing to patronize our business, and the liquor license would just be an added bonus with that, and really help our business thrive and flourish. So I am still requesting just to give our business a chance. I know we're not, we're a small business, but it would really help us.
Can I just ask what a 360 photo booth is for? I'm not sure I understand, and I don't know if the council does.
Sure. So it's a platform that you stand on. It doesn't move or anything. It's just like you take one step up, and then there's a revolving arm that goes around you. We have software that we're able to turn your video or take pictures at very fast seconds, and we turn that into a video, and then clients are able to download that video right to their phone. They typically upload it on social media. We do a lot of weddings, birthday parties, bridal showers. We don't just do it at the venue, we also go to other venues too. We've been to the Gage, we've been to several other venues in West Dallas and all over Wisconsin with our 360.
Got it. Thank you. Questions from the council? Alderman Vitale.
You know, I appreciate what you really explained. I think you come across with some valid statements, really. And I would like to ask Attorney Keller, again, early during the License and Health Committee meeting, I stated the fact that how much really the legality, Attorney Keller, that we can, I understand it's been for years that we can have a 4, 5, 6 license, put it aside for some new business come into our community. So what's really the legality in the future, or even tonight or in the past, when we pick and choose? And I understand that we can do that, but based on records, based on probably that business person is not fit for that type of location, or many reasons. So what's really the legality when we have a reliable business, Way 100, that she invested in the plan commissions? I understand everything was approved based on do a lot of the remodeling. So what's the questions, or what's really the legality for us from now on to deny a reliable business person? My question was before, so if the guy is a millionaire, if he got a lot of money, will reserve those 4 or 5 licenses for that business? Is that really legal? I believe it's not. We have the authority to pick and choose, but the fact is how the legality is followed.
So the short answer is yes. It's a discretionary choice by the council, and if you believe that there's a rational basis to deny the license, then that is exactly what the council is charged with doing. So if in this case you believe other applicants will be coming forward and you'd prefer those applicants because they're going to make a more significant financial investment, that is certainly a rational basis to deny current license holders who are otherwise qualified for a license. So can the council do it? Yes. The council has the discretion to say yes or no. At this point, too, I would suggest handling the license applications separately. One, making a motion to approve a beer-only license and see how that goes. And then a second one, making a motion, if there's an interest in doing so, making a motion to adopt or approve a liquor license, because given the quota issue as being the primary issue that was presented to the committee, I think it'd be important to understand, at least for the applicant's sake, the reasons as to why one might be denied but one approved.
Alderman.
Alderman Weigel.
I'm sorry, I have some questions. This is the old time order, the strip mall, 900.
My understanding is it's the old egg roll.
Half of it, it's downsized.
And the business takes place there, or you take it other places also?
So we do both. We have business there. We have events. So
Events there,
yes.
people would drink and possibly eat, and then use this piece of equipment to have themselves memorialized in a 3D vision.
Yes, photography as well.
And you have a location in Menominee Falls, and you're keeping that location,
Yes, that location does really well.
and that one doesn't have alcohol?
No, we are planning on paying the $10,000 to get the alcohol license. They have no more licenses left. Yeah. Yes.
And you're not buying a building?
In Menominee Falls? Yes, we're renting right now, and that is another option that we're looking into down the line to buy our own building at some point. We have only 5 right now. We're all full-time. We have a lot of work because, like I said, we do go outside of the venue as well. So some of my employees have to be at other events doing the 360 while some are at the venue themselves, just hosting and making sure the party is kept well and everyone is able, just the clients have what they need at the venue.
And you understand that the liquor, beer, whatever kind of service, that's not a corporate license, that don't consumption.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you, Alderman Weigel. Any other questions?
Mr. Mayor,
Alderman Stefanski.
something that was brought up in discussion in committee also was that with this being a new Class B tavern license, this technically could be a tavern or a bar during their hours when they're not doing their other stuff. And that was a concern as well.
Thank you. So if I could get clarity now on which motion we could or would or should consider.
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Lysak.
I would move that we grant the applicant a beer-only license.
Second.
There's a motion and a second and a second. Is there any discussion? Alderman Weigel.
For clarity's sake, there's no vote on beer only licenses?
Any other discussion?
Mayor Devine? Mayor.
Alderperson Keene and then Alderperson Reinke.
In the beer license, does that include hard seltzers, wine coolers, malt type beverages? Like in case someone doesn't drink beer, they could have a hard seltzer or a wine cooler or something.
Generally, yes. It has to be based on fermented malt.
Yeah.
So some seltzers are, some are not, but the wholesaler would likely be able to tell which are fermented malt beverages for the applicant's purposes. The wholesaler would know what to sell.
Thank you.
Alderperson Reinke.
Yes. Would this beer license be contingent on if the occupancy is not approved?
Yes. So typically from the committee level, it has been approved in that manner. It's a little unusual in that we're at the council stage voting on it, but it's almost like in this case, right now, since we're at the council level, if it's approved, there would not be a contingency on it because it's approved at the council level, not the committee level. However, if for any reason the occupancy would not be granted, the applicant would not be able to open anyway. And since she is standing right next to me right now, I know she is aware of that as well.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, I will ask the clerk to call the roll. I'm sorry. This is just on the item 27.
Do you need a roll for it?
I think because it's a...
Alderperson Vitale.
Aye.
Weigel. Grisham.
Aye.
Keen.
Aye.
Isaac.
Aye.
Reinke. Rote.
No.
Stefanski.
Aye.
Tenorio.
Aye.
8 in favor, 1 opposed, 1 excused.
Motion carries.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
so for the liquor license, because if there is a denial, she'd be unable to apply, I believe it might be a good idea to have some discussion to see if they're sort of where the majority would lie, and then give the applicant the opportunity to withdraw the license if she so chooses.
Sure. So,
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Lysick.
I would express my opinion that I would not be favorable to granting a license at that location at this time. We denied a license a couple of weeks ago for an applicant on Lincoln Avenue that wanted to go into a vacant establishment. I see us saving our few remaining licenses for substantial developments that are occurring on the, primarily on the east end of the city. And we know we're going to need some licenses for those entities that are coming in there. So I would say I would not vote in favor of a liquor license at this time.
Thank you, Alderman Lysick. Alderman Weigel.
Mayor Devine? As I initiated the denial to begin with, I also concur. I would not be in favor of supporting.
Alderman Stefanski.
I'm the same way with Alderman Lessick.
Okay. Well,
Mr. Mayor, maybe I'll be the last chicken on the stable tonight.
out of the coop.
Coop, in the coop, yeah, that's right. You know, the questions, like I say, Alderman Lysak, he stated the fact that we are going to have, of course, some new developments by the farmers market across the street. But the fact is, this council has, of course, the authority to maybe, if we have a 5 license available, we could really increase to 6 or 7. That's our authority, that we can raise that. I mean, I believe there's nothing illegal about that. Again, I mean, I want to be straightforward, and I mean, in politics, you can say honest, The only thing disappoints me, that if a person in a lower financial scales, to open up a business, and then we could have, say, somebody go to the 6 Points projects to open up a venue, it could be a nice restaurant. I mean, that's fine, I'm not opposed to that. But I don't like to see that certain people, they come and do business in our community. I feel that we cannot really deviate because this guy is going to, maybe, we hope, that's a hope. It's not, at this point, there is no concrete proposal that somebody's going to open up a big luxury restaurants with bars and food and everything else. We don't know yet, but I hope it happens. But at the same time, I don't like to down people that they have some money to invest in our community. I mean, that's the only thing I do disagree. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's my feeling.
Thanks, Alderman.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Any other discussion? So I think we kind of have the pulse. Do we need a motion to withdraw, or?
I would throw the floor to the applicant to see if she would like to withdraw that liquor license or not.
And then if she does, do we vote on that or just
Nope.
wave at her? And
If she has a unilateral right to withdraw the application if she would like to.
Okay. Ms. Moss?
Yes, I will.
Okay, thank you.
And there's no vote on that item then, but
Okay.
the beer license has been approved.
Thank you. All right, thank you. And then we'll go to the remaining balance of the License and Health Committee, I believe.
The License and Health Committee recommended adoption of item 24, granting items 25, 28, and 29, and placing on file item 30. That was held.
Thank you. Any discussion? Do you have any questions? You good? Okay. All right, if there's no discussion, we do have an ordinance in there, so I will ask the clerk to call the roll.
Alderperson Vitale.
Aye.
Weigel. Grisham.
Aye.
Keen. Lysick.
Aye.
Reinke.
Aye.
Rote.
Aye.
Stefanski.
Aye.
Tenorio.
Aye.
9 in favor, 1 excused.
Motion carries, and then we will move to the Advisory Committee.
Advisory Committee recommended approval of item 31.
Mayor Devine, I move approval of the committee report.
Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask for the roll.
Alderperson Vitale.
Aye.
Weigel. Grisham.
Aye.
Keen. Lysick.
Aye.
Reinke. Rote.
Aye.
Stefanski.
Aye.
Tenorio.
Aye.
9 in favor, 1 excused.
Motion carries.
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Lysick.
I move that we adjourn until our next regularly scheduled meeting, Tuesday, September 6th at 7 p.m.
Done.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.